Is Mamma Mia the much-needed antidote to this summer's gloom? Can a tidal wave of nostalgia and devotion truly translate into box office gold? These are the questions swirling around the return of Mamma Mia to Broadway for a limited 6-month engagement. The production is banking on the timeless appeal of ABBA's iconic hits, hoping to draw audiences eager to relive their favorite tunes in a live setting. Judging by the foot-tapping enthusiasm of the man seated behind me, the sea of hands swaying in the air, and the cheers erupting during the show's more polished numbers, it seems the producers at the Winter Garden Theater might just be onto something. But here's where it gets tricky. Mamma Mia has some enormous financial footsteps to follow. The previous occupant of the Winter Garden was George Clooney's Good Night and Good Luck, which shattered records left and right. It became the first play to rake in over $4 million in ticket sales in a single week and earn the title of the highest-grossing play in Broadway history. With those kinds of numbers hanging over its head, can Mamma Mia rise to the occasion? So far, it certainly seems like the jukebox musical has what it takes to be a crowd-pleaser. Despite its laughably thin plot, Mamma Mia originally premiered in London in 1999 and made its way to New York in 2001, where it enjoyed an impressive 14-year run at the Winter Garden Theater, clocking in 5,773 performances. Remarkably, it never stopped running in the UK, cementing its status as a cultural phenomenon. While ABBA Voyage, a high-tech concert experience featuring digital avatars of the band, showcases cutting-edge technology in a purpose-built venue in London, Mamma Mia remains decidedly lo-fi, relying on charm rather than spectacle. With music and lyrics by ABBA's Benny Andersson and Bjorn Ulvaeus, a book by Katherine Johnson, and choreography by Anthony Van Last, Mamma Mia holds the distinction of being Broadway's 9th longest-running show of all time. It has also inspired 2 wildly entertaining movie adaptations, starring Hollywood heavyweights like Meryl Streep, Christine Baranski, Julie Walters, Colin Firth, Pierce Brosnan, Amanda Seyfried, and even Cher. These films have only added to the show's legacy, creating a multi-generational fanbase that spans theater enthusiasts, moviegoers, and die-hard ABBA fans alike. Many audience members attending this revival are likely there because of the movies or fond memories of the original stage production. Others simply can't resist the allure of ABBA's timeless catalog, especially the beloved compilation ABBA Gold. This rich history of joy and connection is precisely what Mamma Mia aims to tap into. But does it succeed? Unfortunately, this particular production struggles to hit the mark. When done right, Mamma Mia should feel like a euphoric blend of karaoke night and uninhibited revelry, with larger-than-life performances set against a grounded, real-world backdrop. Instead, the tone here feels uneven, burdened by lackluster staging and muddy sound design. Set against a bland backdrop of whitewashed walls, the story follows Sophie, played by Amy Weaver, a young woman preparing to marry her true love, Sky, Grant Reynolds, on the Greek island where she grew up with her free-spirited mother Donna, Christine Sherrill. Hoping to uncover the identity of her father, Sophie secretly invites 3 men from Donna's past, Harry, Rob Marnell, Bill, Jim Newman, and Sam, Victor Wallace, to the wedding. As the trio arrives, Donna experiences an emotional whirlwind, reuniting with her old friends Tanya, Jalynn Steele, and Rosie, Carly Sakalov, to rekindle their former band dynamic. Some of the show's best moments come when these older female characters take center stage, singing, joking, and reminiscing about their wild youth. In a pop culture landscape obsessed with youth, Mamma Mia boldly declares that fun, flamboyance, and self-expression aren't reserved for the young. They belong to everyone. Cheryl delivers a powerful rendition of The Winner Takes It All, though the arrangement feels oddly paced. Meanwhile, Steele and Sokolov bring just the right mix of comedic flair to their roles, particularly in standout numbers like Does Your Mother Know That You're Out and Take a Chance on Me. However, over the course of 2.5 hours, the plot barely moves forward, serving mainly as a vehicle to string together ABBA's greatest hits. Songs like Voulez-vous, Dancing Queen, and Super Trooper are performed admirably, but they often feel shoehorned into the narrative, replacing dialogue rather than enhancing it. At times, the transitions between scenes and songs are seamless. Other times, the integration feels forced and awkward. Only occasionally does this production capture the electrifying energy its stellar song list deserves. Aside from a few memorable numbers and the infectious finale, the show often falls flat, failing to do justice to ABBA's legendary music. The overpowering orchestra frequently drowns out the vocals, while abrupt arrangements cut off songs prematurely, disrupting the audience's natural urge to applaud. Some actors appear visibly uncomfortable during certain musical sequences, further detracting from the overall experience. Despite these shortcomings, Mamma Mia retains an eccentric charm. For instance, the ensemble's playful antics during Lay All Your Love on Me provide a welcome dose of silliness. Yet for long stretches, the show feels stiff and unengaging. When it first opened in 2001, shortly after the events of 9/11, Mamma Mia offered audiences a much-needed escape, blending wackiness, nostalgia, and heartfelt emotion in equal measure. Could it serve the same purpose today, in a world grappling with new tensions and uncertainties? Perhaps, but this production doesn't quite recapture the magic. After a subdued final scene dominated by an oversized, somewhat menacing moon, the show finally bursts into life during the encore. Audience members are invited to sing, cheer, and dance along to classics like Dancing Queen, Mamma Mia, and Waterloo as the cast dons dazzling 70s-inspired costumes for a mini-concert. Suddenly, the show becomes the exhilarating sing-along and dance party it had promised to be all along. The problem? By the time it reaches this peak, it feels too little, too late. And this is the part most people miss. While Mamma Mia may not be firing on all cylinders in this iteration, it still raises important questions about the role of nostalgia in entertainment. Does revisiting the past always bring comfort, or can it sometimes fall short of our expectations? Is it possible to honor beloved classics without losing sight of innovation? What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's keep the conversation going.